The CW News at 6:30 starts with breaking news.
All right, we get things started with breaking news out of Richmond tonight. You're getting a live look on your screen right now. This is where a state trooper and two civilians are shot at a Greyhound station on the boulevard. Welcome to the CW News at 6:30. I'm Brent Solomon. We're continuing to follow that developing situation out of Richmond right now. And we have team coverage tonight with Brittany McDonald standing by at the hospital where the victims were taken. But first, let's get live to Chris Thomas for the very latest information. Chris, what are you hearing right now? But let's continue our team coverage now with Brittany McDonald. Brittany, what's the scene there where you are and what are you hearing right now?
Well, Brent, I've been at Brittany McDonald, CW News.
Thanks for that update, Brittany. Governor Terry McAuliffe released the following statement following the shooting, saying, quote, "I've spoken with the mayor of Richmond and the superintendent of the Virginia State Police and offered whatever state resources may be necessary to respond to the situation. Indeed, this is a dark day for our state police, unfortunately, a loss they know too well. Just months ago, sisters and brothers of the badge had to bury one of their own. At least 10 troopers have been injured over the last year, the majority of them suffering injuries during traffic stops. Our last local trooper to be shot was Master Trooper Walker during a welfare check. He was doing that on a motorist stopped on the shoulder of Interstate 85. All right, Hanover Sheriff's deputies tonight have arrested a man in connection to a death that they originally ruled as a cardiac arrest. Earlier this month, police found John Castles Jr. lying on the ground beside a truck. The investigation revealed a fight broke out between Castles and another man. Well, police say the suspect has been identified as Jesse Patrick Booth, and he's charged with second-degree murder. The medical examiner determined the cause of Castles' death to be blunt force trauma to the head. And 3 teenagers are under arrest in connection to that Monday night shooting in Richmond. 18-year-old Keon Anderson, 19-year-old Corey Cosby, and 18-year-old Todd Jones are charged with attempted murder. You see them on your screen. The 3 teens are accused of shooting a 16-year-old Monday evening near the Fairfield Community Easter egg hunt on North 25th Street. The victim is expected to survive. And today, a medical examiner is speaking out in the case against a young Petersburg mother who is accused of killing her only child. Khadijah Mungan's trial is expected to wrap up tomorrow, but I was there today as shocking new details were released in court. Khadijah Mungan testifying today in her own defense. She says after giving birth, her newborn was face down in her bathroom toilet. She says she picked him up and placed tissue in the baby's mouth to stop him from bleeding. But a medical examiner testified that may have been lethal. He said there was so much tissue in that baby's mouth, it blocked his airways. A forensics expert testified Mungan had done multiple internet searches at the onset of her pregnancy, including topics related to abortion, how to induce childbirth, and even read articles about women who killed their children. Mungan's defense claims she wasn't the only person who had access to her computer while she attended JMU. After learning she was pregnant, Mungan admits she was referred to several doctors for follow-up, but never contacted them. Closing arguments will get underway in the morning. That's when the jury is expected to get the case. And Henrico police are looking for a vandal or vandals targeting mailboxes in several neighborhoods. All of this happened between 8:30 and 9 last night in western Henrico, not too far from Innsbrook. That's when police say 17 mailboxes were vandalized on Sadler Walk Lane, Faddenston Drive, and Albin Road. It appears that the mailboxes were hit with some type of object. No word on what that object was, and police have no suspects at the time. But if you have any information on these vandalisms, you're asked to contact Henrico Police. All right, coming up next, a deadly trip to the dentist. The simple procedure that caused a toddler to lose her life. But first, a crime alert out of Henrico, why footage of this car isn't helping police get any closer to finding a smash and grab suspect. Welcome back. We want to take you to a crime alert out of Henrico. That's where police are hoping these surveillance pictures will lead them to the thief who smashed his way into Adolph Jewelers with a car overnight. We now know the car itself was stolen. Police say they were alerted when the store's alarm went off, but the suspect was long gone before police ever arrived. Call Crime Stoppers at 780-1000 if you have any information. The store's owner says Adolph Jewelers will reopen tomorrow. And investigators are still looking for answers in the home invasion and shooting death of a Louisa man. The sheriff's office says 43-year-old Kevin Robinson was found in his Oakland Road home last night just before 7 o'clock. Susan Bahoric has been looking into this case, and she's speaking with the family.
More than CW News.
Thank you, Susan. Now, Robinson's body has been taken to the medical examiner's office in Richmond. How does this happen? A baby girl dies after a dental procedure, and tonight, police are actively trying to figure out what went wrong. 14-month-old Daisy Torres died 5 hours after being rushed to the hospital Tuesday. She had just undergone dental work at a children's clinic. Friends and family are in disbelief over that girl's death and say she had only gone to get a cavity filled.
She was dancing.
Now, the Texas State Board of Dental Examiners is investigating the death, while an autopsy is expected to be completed today.
This is
Next Tuesday. Right.
All right, we may need those umbrellas.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Jim. Heart-stopping new video, the result of 2 skydivers falling at the very same time. Plus, Tyler Brown is up next with your entertainment news coming up on today's CW Hot List. All right, chilling video there. One of Florida's finest out of a job after he was caught on camera punching a handcuffed suspect in the face. Deputies were responding to a report of a domestic violence between a mother and a son. 25-year-old Jonathan Lynch was arrested, and while police say he appeared to be drunk and acting belligerent, the sheriff says that's no excuse for his deputy to react violently.
Deputy O'Connor,
Deputy O'Connor was immediately suspended there in Florida, then resigned before Internal Affairs could question him about the incident. All right, it is a heart-stopping new video tonight. A skydiver's terrifying mid-air collision over the skies in Florida. Sebastian Leal says mere seconds after jumping, he and another skydiver collided, sending the pair into a spin. Leal's backup chute deployed, but the accident left him paralyzed from the waist down. Despite his injury, he says the skydiving scare inspired him not to give up. And he says he hopes to fly again someday soon. We wish him the best. All right, when television reporters go out into the field, we are ready for anything. But this Australian reporter panicked moments before her live shot. Take a look.
Now the court.
All right, don't laugh. This could happen to you. The cameraman removes the parrot named Lola, but the story doesn't end there. Lola had escaped from its owner, and after the bird made the news, it was actually able to be reunited with its owner. All right, I want you to check this one out. A police officer in the making. This 14-year-old manages to take down a suspected shoplifter, holding him until security guards catch up. The guards were chasing a suspect who was spotted stealing money from a Target at a Washington State mall. Well, he ran through several stores before finally being tackled by the teen. When officers asked the teen why he helped stop the robber, he told them he was just trying to be a good citizen. That's all our time. Have a good one.